What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to a new video. There is something somebody told me that I completely forgot about, and it turns out you could make even more money with it. So if you guys didn't know, the best way to make money was the angler quest, but as you guys know, with the recent update they nerfed it. So for example, let's say the angler said bring me back a colossal blue dragon, right? If you came back with a colossal blue dragon, he would give you 6 to 8 times the value of it. So let me show you real quick how much you would have made before the update. So I do have a blue dragon right here. I'm gonna see the price of it, and this one is how much? $14 million. That means if I gave it to the angler, it might be worth $100 million potentially. So as you can see, it was a fast way to make a lot of money, but since then it's been nerfed by a lot. So before the update 6 to 8 times, now 2 to 3 times, and as you can see, that's a massive drop off. But there's a way to make even more money with the angler, and now I'm gonna show you. So if you guys didn't know, besides making money, you get items as well, and as you can see, you get a bunch of baits, crates, relics, potions, and so on. But the one we gotta look at is right here, the rainbow totem. And to get the rainbow totem as a reward, you have a 3% chance, which is not that bad. But while reading on the wiki, when you have the rainbow totem, you trigger the rainbow event, right? If you look down here, look at this. All fish sell for an additional 1.5 times the rate. So as you can see, you make way more money. So let's say, for example, my blue dragon is worth $15 million, right? And if I sell it to the merchant, I'm gonna get $15 million back. If I trigger this rainbow totem, I'm gonna get 1.5 times more money. So that means during the rainbow event, it'll go from $15 million to $22.5 million. And as you can see, you make way more money. But there's an even better way to make even more money. Now, normally during the admin event, we get a black market, but the event before the black market is the most important one, and that was going to be the buff gold storm. As you can see right here, a buff gold storm has struck. You get 3 times the sell rate and golden finds globally. And if you look down here, all fish sold will reward additional money equal to 200% of their value. And what I was told, the rainbow and the buff gold storm stack together. So that means if you trigger both together, you'll get a 4.5 times sell multiplier, which I mean is not as good as the angler before the nerf, but you know what, it's still very good. So that means if this value of the dragon is $15 million, I can sell it for $67.5 million to the merchant, but you have to have both events active. Now I'm gonna be honest, I haven't tried it yet, because as you guys know, I recently learned this, but I think it's gonna work 100%. You know why? Because during the admin event, you could pop in a real totem, and because the totem and the event are not in the same slot, they both could happen simultaneously. Now the question is, do they stack up? A lot of people are telling me they do, and you know the funny thing about it, I know many people who make a lot of money in fish and they didn't even know about this. Like I remember telling a friend, yeah, the rainbow totem does stack with the buff gold storm, and he was like, what? No way. So yeah, if I were you right now, I would try to do angler quest to get the rainbow totem and just prepare. Even if I'm wrong, at least you make money along the way. And also keep in mind, if I'm right, they might nerf it in the future, but then again, why would they? Because for us to make a lot of money, we have to grind a lot. But to be fair, $15 million to $67 million is a big jump, so would it surprise me if they nerfed it instantly? So I'm just saying right now, there's a few ways to make money with that. If you guys want, you could catch a bunch of dragons. I would say catch every single one that spawns, but on the other hand, if you want to make even more money, definitely catching the Leviathan. But I'm gonna be honest, getting Leviathans are really expensive and kind of difficult, because to get the Leviathan, you got to catch all these Cthulhus, and that might take you some time. But on the other hand, if you catch it with the Dreambreaker rod, you're gonna make so much money. And before I forget, the Dreambreaker rod is gonna be the best way to make money in fish right now for admin events and selling stuff to the merchant, because that weight buff and that mutation is kind of crazy together. Yeah, but I think for the rest of the day, I'm gonna try to catch some Leviathans, because right now I have the Fang of the Eclipse and I could get the Solar Blaze mutation, and that one is definitely the hardest one to get right here. So I think I could farm them pretty fast and spawn it, so I'm gonna try it out. You guys will definitely see a video of me doing it. Ooh, I got them back to back, that's nice. But hopefully the rainbow totem and buff gold storm do stack together. I'm pretty sure they do. I'm gonna be honest, in the patch notes, I don't think I've ever seen them fix it, because like I said before, I told so many rich players about it and they had no idea what I was talking about. Well, not because they didn't know about the rainbow totem, they didn't know it worked together. And like I said in the past, whenever I learn something, I tell you guys immediately, because most likely if I didn't know about it, there's many people that didn't as well. Now for fish rods, most likely I'm gonna be using this one, the Dreambreaker rod, because like I said before, the passives go crazy for this. And also keep in mind, the best bait is gonna be candy corn, and if you guys didn't know, it's gonna be a limited bait. So if you were there during the Halloween event, you might have some of this. Also keep in mind, make sure you get the angler glove. As you can see right now, I'm wearing them. Let me show you the description of the gloves. So the angler glove is a reusable equipment item that enhances all bait stats by 1.1 times in fishing. It also grants a 50% chance not to consume bait. So with the candy corn right now, I almost have 5,000, and I'm pretty sure this will last me the entire lifespan of fish, just because the angler gloves are that good. But if you want want to save even more bait, I'm pretty sure you could use the scrapper enchantment. Yeah, so with the scrapper enchantment, 60% chance not to consume bait. So if you really want to save that bait, use both of them. But to be honest, I don't think you need that. But like I was saying before, look at the Dreambreaker's passive. But the one I care about the most is this one. So during the night, you have a plus 50% fish size. So make sure you always turn at nighttime with the sundial totem. And on top of that, you have a 35% chance to get the mutation Distraught. And it's at a 16.3 times, is really high. And on top of that, you have the stabbing effect, which is really a bonus. And that's why you have to use candy corn. With candy corn, you have a minus 40% resilience. So that means the Dreambreaker rod resilience is 66%, right? It's gonna go from 66% to 26. And with the stabbing effects, gonna trigger way more. And for enchantment to have Herculean and Overclock, I'm gonna be honest, it's way better you use Sea Prince and Sea Overlord. Because with those two enchantments, you're gonna make way more money than me. But the main reason I'm using these two enchantments for the admin events. And it's gonna make it so much more chill. But I mean, if you really want to make more money, those two enchantments are gonna make you way more. So Sea Overlord and Sea Prince is definitely the meta for this fishy rod. I just had those two enchantments for a test. And I think I'm gonna try to use it for tomorrow. If you look at the control board, it's massive. Look at it. And as you guys know, with this fishy rod, you have the inverted minigame. So that's the opposite of the original one. But with the Herculean enchantment, it does it so fast. Just make sure you have your candy corn bait. And what I like about this a lot, it stays in the middle almost every single time. Like I don't even have to touch anything. Look at this. It's still in the middle. So yeah, that's perfect. But if you don't have candy corn, you gotta find a bait that drops your resilience. I mean, fish head gives you a minus 10. It's not that bad. But I'm just saying most baits give you a lot of resilience. They don't really put you in the negatives. Maybe on the wiki we could see it. Okay, super flakes and rapid catcher gave you minus 15. That's so far the highest one. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. The highest it gives you is minus 15%. Yeah, so if you don't have candy corn, I'd use super flakes. Because with super flakes, you get a universal luck of 70%. And extra luck is always good to have. But to be honest, the bait you want to get is going to be the glowworm. It's so good. It gives you a universal luck of 100%, which is really high. But it's going to be the ability that makes a difference. You have a 100% chance to get the glowing mutation out of 15 times. And also you have a plus 50% progress speed boost. But also keep it in mind you have the angler's glove. And with the angler glove, is going to boost the stats by a lot. Well, not by a lot, but definitely noticeable. So if I were you right now, I'd get that bait. Because that bait was used on my Leviathan. And that Leviathan, by the way, is worth $30 million. So yeah, I know today I talked a lot, but it was good information I think you guys should know. But I think for the most part, that's all I got for today. Let me know what you guys think about my YAP session, and yeah, let me know what fish you guys are saving up to sell during the buff gold storm. But yeah, if you're new to today's video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.